Today on Monkey Life, there's trepidations as Alison and Jeremy prepare to fly chimps Sasha and Kangu from Argentina to Dorset.
I'm still terrified when it comes down to actually making it happen.
The fact is, no matter how we try, these two guys in here have not read the instruction manual.
The early morning flight means the chimps need to be crated and loaded in the middle of the night if they're to reach the airport on time.
Fingers crossed, because soon, tick-tock, we've got to get to the airport. They're pretty serious about being there 6 hours ahead of the plane.
And back at the park, two baby woolly monkeys enjoy time with their family. Monkey World in Dorset, very deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison Cronin, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
I'm shocked. This animal is living in fear of its life at all times.
The park provides a home for more than 260 primates from 25 different species. More than 6,000 miles away from Monkey World at the Buenos Aires Eco Park in Argentina, it's been a busy 5 days for Monkey World director Alison Cronin and animal director Jeremy Keeling. Since their arrival, with the help of the park's keepers, they've been getting to know chimps Sasha and Kangu. Information about their characters, temperament, likes and dislikes is important because in less than 24 hours, the two apes will be on a plane heading to the park in Dorset.
It's getting pretty exciting now and a bit intense. We're in the final throes of getting everything organized, but I'm still terrified when it comes down to actually making it happen because I just know that every time we've ever moved apes, there are always either little things or quite big things that become a problem as we're going through the process.
The operation to persuade the chimps into travel crates in their bedrooms and then load them onto transport to the airport is a complex one. It involves a lot of people and a lot of planning. And it all has to happen in the middle of the night. Head of Conservation and Wildlife Thomas Sciola is across the details.
So we're going to be starting the entire operation at 3 a.m. And just in case they do not want to willingly come in, we will have to perhaps think about Plan B, which involves trying to sedate them a little bit.
Jeremy has been involved in many chimp rescues over the years, and he's realistic about what's ahead.
The fact is, no matter how we try, these two guys in here have not read the instruction manual. Doesn't matter what language you put it in, they just don't read it. So anything could, what I'm trying to say here is anything could happen. So you must really be prepared for as many eventualities as you possibly can imagine. You really, really, really have to have an open mind. And I'm so lucky because my mind is as open as you can get.
Thomas has been instrumental in arranging the move, and he's confident all the boxes have been ticked.
Today we are having a lot of meetings with all the different teams that are involved in the logistics process. All the vets, all the keepers are going to be handling everything related to getting Sasha and Kangu inside of the crates. And then we have a big other part of the team doing the project management and being on top of all the permits that we need to get very last minute for us in order to be able to get them inside of the airport and ready to get exported to the United Kingdom.
Every detail is being checked and double-checked.
The truck is going to come up to this way, and this is...
Over the last few months, Sasha and Kangu have been trained to enter their travel crates willingly. Now their keepers are having one last practice at securing the boxes.
This is not going to be a straightforward event at 3 o'clock in the morning, so there's some concerns. Everybody's feeling pretty tense. They're doing their best to practice it, but we're going to have to keep everything crossed that this goes smoothly tonight. It could be difficult.
Alison, Jeremy and the dedicated team at the Eco Park have done all they can. In the early hours of tomorrow morning, all their plans of the last year will be put to the test. Fingers crossed, Sasha and Kangu's journey to their new life in Dorset gets off to a good start. Back at the park in Dorset, a group of monkeys that are native to South America are in for a treat. Primate care team member Donna is trying something new for the park's trio of spider monkeys. They're not the most active or motivated group, and the team are constantly trying to come up with new ways to engage them.
I don't remember giving them these before. Normally we'd use them once they've gone over and they can pick all the seeds and everything out. So some of these have started to go over already, but some of them haven't. But in the wild they will eat flowers and things, and we have seen that here with our guys before. So it'd be interesting to see what they think of the sunflower heads themselves.
The small troop generally get on well together, but when it comes to food,
it is each for their own. You get what you can get, and they don't do sharing very well at all. Normally Pumpkin is the first one in to investigate. Flint can be a little bit of a scaredy cat sometimes. He's got much better since he's been here at the park. So it'd be interesting to see what he thinks. Hickory tends to just find everything really funny. So we'll see. Hopefully they will all sort of band together a little bit and come and investigate it, especially seeing as it's something quite different. But yeah, I imagine they'll all pretty much just do their own thing.
hopefully the large, colourful flowers will pique their interest and lead to a busy and active morning. When the slide opens, unusually it's Hickory who's out first, with Flint and Pumpkin following on. The trio are wary of the bright yellow flowers, sniffing and touching them cautiously. In the wild, bright colours can be an indication of something dangerous, so it's natural to be wary. The group's food is nearly always suspended high in their enclosure to encourage them to climb. Spider monkeys have a prehensile tail, which they use as a fifth limb, while hanging from branches to reach food. The care team try to replicate this natural behaviour whenever they can. But today, things aren't going to plan. Donna had hoped the sunflowers would cause some excitement. But even normally greedy Pumpkin isn't showing any interest.
So I think the spider monkeys were very underwhelmed by the sunflowers.
Time for Plan B. Donna calls the grumpy trio back into the tunnel system connecting their house and enclosure, so she can safely go in and put something out to entice the spider monkeys to try the sunflowers.
Yeah, who doesn't like honey? It's quite sweet, so the spider monkeys do like it. So we'll see if this helps them a little bit.
She lets the trio back into the enclosure, eagerly anticipating a dash for the sticky sweet honey. But once again, she's disappointed. Only Flint expresses any interest, and it's definitely just the honey he wants. The flower heads remain intact. It's always trial and error trying out different forms of enrichment, and at least Donna can see the funny side of today's attempt.
So the honey didn't work. For now, didn't go very well. Didn't go as planned.
But she leaves the sunflowers in place for a while, in the hope the three spider monkeys will work out they really are a treat worth trying. The team at Monkey World have had great success caring for another South American primate, the woolly monkey, which is endangered in the wild. More than half the world's captive population reside at the park. It's the last surviving centre with a healthy breeding woolly monkey population outside its native area. And there was cause for celebration recently following the birth of 2 babies, just a week apart in the same group. Zingu gave birth for the 5th time and a few days later became a grandmother too, when her daughter Olivia had her first infant.
I mean, I think that is quite unusual for us here to have babies born within a couple of weeks of each other like that, and it really benefited, I think it certainly benefited Olivia being a first-time mum. I think having Zingu's kind of experience there and having her, and that you could really see that that was a real support to her, because Olivia was definitely overwhelmed for the first few days, and she was obviously very tired as well. But now they've both settled into it. They're developing really, really well. So yeah, we're happy with those guys.
Zingu had a boy named Levi, following the tradition of picking a name starting with the same letter as his dad, Lavar. Olivia's baby is a girl, Benita, because the team suspect young adult Bueno Jr. is the father. They're a close-knit family who spend the majority of time together outside.
You will often see the mums sat together and the kids will be off doing their own thing, and Olivia is now letting Benita wander a little bit further, but if there's anything that she's concerned about, she gives her a quick little call and she scoops her up, so she's doing all of the right things. She's not too cautious.
Little Levi is already super confident.
He's happy to go off and climb on other group members. He loves Lavar, which is no surprise because Lavar is a great dad, and he does love the babies. But we tend to see Levi more spending time with Lavar. He'll run off mum and go and sit with dad, whereas Benita's not quite comfortable to do that.
Zingu is also still protective of Levi's older brother Leroy. At just a little more than 2 years old, he's still a youngster, so Mum allows him to join in with the fun and games. Helping to keep everything on an even keel is the old boy, 32-year-old dominant male Lavar.
You can't not love him. He is a bit of a grumpy old boy, but you know, you have to respect that, you know, what he's achieved, you know, in his life. He's still maintaining that dominant position, and you can just see the respect that he gets from all of his group members. He's got 2 big boys in his group now, and even at the ripe old age of 32, he's managing to maintain that position, and the girls, they want him to be in charge. I think Junior's still got some maturing to do before he's ready to take over. So yeah, I think he's still got quite a lot to learn from Lavar. But he's a very impressive dominant male compared to the other boys we've got here. He just ticks all the boxes, really.
And hopefully he'll continue to be the centre of his growing family and a great role model for the youngsters for some time to come. There are 3 groups of orangutans at the park: Gordons, Tuans, and the nursery. Orangutans are the largest arboreal species on the planet, spending the majority of their time in the treetops of Sumatra and Borneo. At the park, they have climbing frames and hoses because they destroy living trees in their enclosures. But there's a treat in store for one group today. The maintenance team have been clearing up damage resulting from the winter storms, which battered Britain a few months ago. A full-grown cherry tree with fruit still attached has had to be cut down and split in 2. It's being put to good use at Tuans.
There'll probably be a little bit of a hierarchy on it at the start when they first come out. The top guys will probably be the first to be able to have a look at it, and maybe some of the youngsters might be slightly scared possibly of it as well. Who knows, it's always unpredictable with orangutans what they'll make of this.
All 6 members of the troop will have a chance to explore the new addition to their enclosure.
These guys are going to have so much fun with this. I'm very excited about seeing them up in the tree.
Young female Awan is first out, closely followed by leader Tuan. They both head straight for the new trees. The large specially designed climbing frames at the park are there to encourage the primates off the ground and enable them to move around as they would in the wild. But a real, flexible tree is different, as leader Tuan demonstrates when he climbs it. The 2 youngsters, Hujan and Awan, are cautious at first. They've never climbed a real tree before. They stick to the hoses, not sure what to make of it all. For the adults, it's a different story. They were stolen from the wild for the illegal black market trade and will have spent time in the trees as infants with their mums. The memories may have faded, But their instincts haven't. The cherry tree is a hit. Persuading Tuan off the ground and up high is often a struggle, but today there's no stopping him. He heaves his 80-kilogram bulk off the ground and into the tree to feed on the browse.
I think Tuan is very excited about this tree. I mean, I'm excited about seeing him in this tree. He's already done some great branch shaking when he first approached it, making everybody know that this is his tree and nobody else is allowed on it. So I'm sure he will spend most of his time ripping as much branches off as possible, because normally we only give them smaller branches of browse, but being that it's a whole tree trunk in there, he's going to be ripping all of that bark off and getting to that cambium layer in the tree, which they would do in the wild as well. So it's great for his diet as well, with all that fibre involved.
Ame uses the tree for a different purpose, busily building a shelter. Orangutans are known for their tool use and nest building skills, bending and breaking branches to make comfortable resting places, usually at height. On a hot day, the browse makes a welcome shade too.
She is one of the orangs in this group that does tend to spend a little bit more time to herself compared to the others. I mean, naturally, they're not social animals anyway. Ame does love to have a good old social time, particularly with the young babies, but she is a little bit more tender when it comes to the males, and she will generally try and spend a little bit more time away from the group by herself. So what she absolutely loves to do is to grab a load of browse and build these little, almost huts in the corner of our enclosure. There's a little bit of her own sort of habitat and space. Yeah, Ame, she's quite a wild character, really.
With her den arranged, Ame heads up the tree. Watching the adults has given the youngsters confidence, and soon they make their way into the leafy cover too. The branches, foliage and bark should keep the group busy for days.
They're all active, all enjoying it, eating the browse, and it's just a fantastic thing to see. I just wish that these guys were in a forest all the time, really. It's amazing.
It's the middle of the night in Argentina, and for Alison and Jeremy, it's the start of a 36-hour journey to take two chimpanzees to a new life, more than 6,000 miles away at Monkey World in Dorset.
We have so many plans set up. Have to keep everything crossed that it goes well for them in whatever form. But I think our ride is here, and the fun begins now.
For the last 5 days, Alison and Jeremy have been getting to know chimps Sasha and Kangu, with the help of the keepers who've loved and cared for them for many years. Everyone has done their best in preparation for the big day, and now it's here. With a morning flight to the UK and mountains of official paperwork to go through before the chimps can be loaded onto the plane, an early start is essential. But if the operation is to stay on schedule, Sasha and Kangu will need to cooperate and go straight into their travel crates.
The whole operation depends on the animals going in the box, so, you know, it would be a complete disaster if they didn't. But the day is young. Who knows?
To keep stress levels low, only the chimps' keepers are in the house with them. They've been training the pair for this moment all year, and their efforts pay off.
Perfect job. Absolutely perfect. Now they just have to manage them out of the house, and it's not easy to get those boxes. Each weighs about 150 kilos. So getting them out of those boxes onto the truck is the next big effort, but so far so good. Nice job. Really nice job.
With dawn fast approaching and a long drive to the airport, the chimps' travel crates now need to be loaded onto a lorry one by one. It must be done slowly and quietly to keep the animals calm and safe.
So they've managed to get Sasha in her box out of the house. They've got that all sorted out, and this is now Kangu being shifted. Fingers crossed, because soon, tick-tock, we've got to get to the airport. They're pretty serious about being there 6 hours ahead of the plane, and we're going to be eventually cutting it close if he takes as long as she did. So hopefully they can move it along.
Kangu's crate makes steady progress towards the lorry. Then he's on board. The operation to load the chimps has taken 2 hours. It's now 5 in the morning and time to leave the eco-park and head to the airport. For the staff not making the trip, it's an emotional goodbye. The eco-park's head of conservation and wildlife, Thomas, and Nico, one of the keepers, will be accompanying the chimps to Dorset to help settle them in. As the truck with Sasha and Kangu on board arrives at the airport, dawn is breaking. Alison and Jeremy head across to check on the chimps. The number of officials and airport staff around the crates may cause the pair to become stressed. Alison distracts them.
Hey, would you like this? I know. Here.
Thomas is happy with how the logistics are progressing.
A big part of the paperwork has been handled already and everything looks good. And hopefully the rest of it is just going to be as smoothly as the rest of the morning. So we are happy about everything so far.
But Alison is concerned about the amount of time the chimps have been sitting outside in their travel crates on an unusually chilly morning.
But it would be good to get them somewhere warm. You know, because there's just so much happening.
Sasha and Kangu are becoming stressed.
The chimps are a little bit upset. It's really cold out here right now, so it'd be nice if we could get them into someplace warm. But they don't know what's happening, and there's a lot of people around, so probably best that we get them somewhere secluded and calm. But they're doing okay.
The eco-park's keepers have one last preparation for the long flight.
We are giving them sheets. We are actually passing it through the little holes in the crates so they are comfortable and they are not cold during the flights.
With all the paperwork checked, it's now a waiting game.
I'll feel a whole lot happier when I see their boxes strapped to the pallets and them sort of on their way out to the plane. So got some bedding going in.
That's good. That's good. Really now we just need to make this thing move.
Minutes later, they're given the green light. The plane is ready for the chimps to be loaded on board. There's just time for final goodbyes and some extra food and water for the journey before Sasha and Kangu are towed to the plane. Next stop, Dorset, and the start of a brand new life.